Boop. Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Coach Gav Live, episode 88 with me, your host, Coach Gav from Kildare Strength and Fitness. Yes, the hair has grown long enough that we are now able to put it in a bit of a ponytail. It was a practical thing at the weekend, and now it is a novelty for the next while until it grows long enough to slick it back. So, we are 2/3 of the way through 2018 today. And yeah, you're probably looking at the calendar kind of going, oh, Gav's pulled his ponytail too tight. It's only the 15th of March. How could we possibly be 2/3 of the way through the year already? We're 2/3 of the way through the first quarter of 2018. Today is, well, based on, we're actually a little bit ahead technically, but based on the Unstoppable system, coaching with Morty, here we are here. This is my 60-day check-in day. And it's a chance for me to, well, it's not a chance, it's a moment or an opportunity, which is the same word as chance, to sit down, look at all the goals I set in the first 2 weeks of January, and we started on the 15th of Jan, and then we've kind of worked through the whole way. And yeah, folks, I know my eye's a bit funky. I have a bit of a sty on it at the moment. We're up in the eye near today. Anyways, so some of my goals I know I'm ahead of myself on, which is awesome. Some of my goals I know I'm a little off track. Some of my goals I'm on track, and others I'm just fucking nowhere near being on track with. And all of those things are perfectly okay. All right. The question on, well, how am I tracking it? This well labeled. This is our Unstoppable Alliance manual. And yeah, that logo is exactly what you think it is. So again, we do all this stuff weekly with Morty. We have a weekly check-in, and we have a whole heap of other stuff. It's a real simple, straightforward system that when you work and use, it goes perfectly well. Also, we finally got the gym fixed up yesterday. Everything has its place at last, so we have a bit of a rhythm to it. But I'm digressing here. So today in my diary very simply says 60-day check-in. Where are you at, Gav? And so I'll spend the day today going and just, I've got like a 45-minute train ride, 2 45-minute train rides today into town, which will give me a chance to sit down, go through my diary, go through my logins, see what's going on. I have a spreadsheet on the laptop I keep as well. And none of my goals are like groundbreakingly, earth-shattering or anything like that as well. It's just a lot of different things consistently that we're looking to piece together so that we can all track where it is. Now, as I said before, some of them we're ahead on, some of them we're behind on, and some of them we're in the middle. Kind of just 4 different tiers here. There's way ahead of, there's a little ahead, there's on track, well, it's 5. There's ahead of, on track with, a little off, and fully off. Now, in my eyes, being a little off and fully off are pretty much the same thing. You're off track, all right? And it's nothing really to panic over, because I now know I've got 30 days left between today and 15th of April, which will give me, okay, so to achieve my goals in that window. I know my body physique, one, is a little behind, mainly because I've not really done a whole lot with my nutrition over the last 60 days. But without getting too much into my own goals, this is why it's so important to track and measure and manage any area that you want to improve on. Because then when you do your check-ins, you can see what actually is going on. You can see, I'm on track, I'm off track. I'm off track by a little, I'm off track by a lot. And I know with the goals I'm off track a lot with, that I need to really turn the screw and fucking put the foot down to get to that goal in the next 30 days. If I know I'm ahead, I know, okay, well, keep doing what you're doing because it's working, to stay ahead of myself. And just different things like that as well. And so many people, 60 days ago, well, 74 days ago, January 1st, okay? That's crazy. 74 days ago was the start of the year. And everyone making all these promises. This is my year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to guess about 80% of those people have done sweet fuck all. Okay? Now, I mean in no progress at all in any area. They binned it off. Well, I started our cycle on the 15th of January, so I'm going to guess by the time I started on the 15th, a lot of people had fucking just binned it off already, because there's a moment where the penny drops and the reality sets in that, oh shit, this requires constant effort. And a lot of people don't want that. Okay? It's like going to the fairground the fairground. It's like going to the fairground and you just pay in at the gate. Everyone pays in at the gate. That's standard. That's nothing special, okay? But then you get to each amusement and you have to pay separately. Just because you paid at the gate doesn't mean you get to go on all the rides for free. You have to pay to go on the rides. You have to pay to go and experience different things. So just because you're making an effort, just because you're turning up, the sun in my face, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed the results you're working towards, okay? It means you're earning the opportunity to put yourself in the position to get those results. And so many of us, and the older me used to do that too, you know, oh, I'm making an effort, I'm making an effort, I'm making an effort. And there was a very big issue. Yeah, I was making an effort, but I was making an effort being busy as opposed to being productive. Being busy, being productive. And like, there's a big, big difference. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 things I need to do today from like an admin point of view. I could go and do them relatively quickly, you know, bang, 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 bang. That's being productive. Or I could fuck around. The windows need washing. I have stuff to do on the board here. I have different little bits and bobs to do as well. So are you filling your time with being busy, or are you filling your time with being productive? And if you're not checking in, keeping track, there's just a whole lot of guessing. And don't get me wrong, there is some times where, you know, you're keeping track of stuff, and like as straightforward as the Unstoppable system is that I'm using with Paul, and as straightforward as some of the stuff we do here is, like it's still kind of hard to just ingrain it as a new routine. And we spoke like a good few videos ago in the middle of our kind of our 21 for 21, where if it's hard enough to change a habit in the first place, then why are we trying to introduce a system that's extremely complicated to keep up with as well? And outside of like, we also identified that it's the sexiness of complexity, name it, that is appealing. Because when things go wrong, we can go, oh, it's just too hard, couldn't do it. No, that's not too hard. It's just you're too fucking lazy, you're just not working hard enough. But we're not going to go down that road again. All I'm saying here is today's a really good day to keep track. Where the fuck are we going? Financially, do you have financial goals? If you do, where are you with them? Focus-wise, meditation, stress management, time management, study management, all that kind of stuff. Do you know where you're at? And that's a big one, you know. If I just pull the blinds, Gav, that makes sense. Give us 2 seconds, folks. Jesus. Nailed it. So yeah, like I mean, you know, having even like you see our areas basically: focus, finance, family, fun, and fitness. They're the 5 areas, and each of those areas have a couple of different goals set, and I'm basically going in to see and keep track of where I'm at with them as well. Will I hit all my goals in the next 30 days? Possibly not. There's some quite big gaps there as well. I've not got the finger out over the whole swimming thing, but will I do something every day for the next 30 days to give myself the best shot at doing it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because then in 30 days time, I'll stop, I'll take an assessment of kind of what's going on, and then go from there then as well. And I'll leave about a week in between the end of this 90 days and my next 90 days. Give myself a week, just kind of like let everything sink in and decide kind of where I'm going to go with it. And it all pays off. And I spoke about it I recorded an episode of the podcast last night, Coach Gav podcast, over on iTunes. There's 55 episodes up on it right now. And if you go and get the Lemur app as well, Limor, there's like 144 episodes there going back to last year as well. So, and it's just keeping track. Like, as I said, it's not always easy to do, and it's also not always enjoyable to do, because it gives you a reflection in the mirror of what's actually going on. And when you look in the mirror instead of looking at the window in different, and I do that because there's a mirror here and there's a window on that side. You're looking internally. You're looking at both the cause of any problems you're having in life, but also the cause of all the possible solutions to it. Whatever struggle and stress I bring on myself, I know I can alleviate myself then as well. And you might be thinking, oh, Interesting, Gav. What about all the stuff outside of it? What about the people you interact with in life on a daily basis? What about all these different things? How I react to those things, how I react to the external will impact how it goes. So I can choose to be reactionary or anything like that to different things then as well. Or, you know, so you can choose it. And again, we will try and keep it on focus here and just not go off on such a tangent the whole time. But take some time today, grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, glass of water, knock your phone off, go into like a separate room in the house maybe, or go out for a walk and go sit in a coffee shop. Just sit down and jot down where exactly are you right now today. What's the story, big man? Like Ev's hopped on there as well. So I mean, like so Ev again. Ev's a crusader with myself, you know, on defense, and kind of our first game of the season is Sunday week, depending if you're watching this on YouTube. Obviously, we've passed it between now and then, but we track everything we do. We had a training scrimmage against the Trojans 4 days ago. We watched the tape, see what worked, see what didn't work, kept score and binned it, and that was it. And it's you know, it's so fucking important to keep track. And like I said, 2/3 of the year are gone, and by breaking the year up into 4 90-day blocks, thankfully I've had quite a good start to the year. Business is going real well, relationships in my life are going well, football's actually going pretty good too, training's going good, so overall we're doing pretty good. So now I know going further forward, both for the next 30 days and the next 3 blocks of 90 days, keep doing these things, they work. Maybe stop doing these things, they're all bullshit. Cheers, Ev. Cheers, buddy. So I hate when I have to zoom in that close to the camera because I can't see the fucking text. But anyways, so like if you're not keeping track, and the reason why people don't keep track is because it generally makes us uncomfortable, because it shows us the truth. It shows us where we fucked up. But the beauty of that is that it gives us a chance to correct it and move on. And that's why people hide. That's why people sedate themselves. That's why people dive into boozing, drugs, porn, gambling, constant napping, junk food eating, all these different things that are addictions, because the addiction causes a sedation. So it numbs the pain. And when the pain is numb, we feel great. Do you know what's even better than sedation? Overcoming it. Victory. Something causes you pain or discomfort. Find a solution and overcome it. I know I skit and I joke about it, but I gave up a touchdown in the training match against the Trojans. And again, it irked me for a while because, I didn't want to let the team down. And in reality, I know I didn't. It didn't cause us to win or anything. But I've watched back the footage and I now know, okay, go and address it and what to do. I know with my training, in the last 30 days of 2017 was pretty shit, and so was my nutrition. So I can either sedate myself and bury myself in playing the computer or being busy doing bullshit things, or I can address it and go, okay, stop being a shithead, do these things as well. Being a parent, being a father, not exactly had the best track record to start, so I can either bury my head in the sand or I can address the situation and get better at it. Every single situation in your life, you're able to do it. So to wrap up here, because even now this video, now we're going down the route of I'm being busy with the video as opposed to being productive with the video, okay? And you need to know when to go, no, stop, that's it. So, take some time today, sit down, where the fuck are you at with all your goals? And if you need a hand, get in touch. A conversation is not going to cost you anything. We're on Dawson Street here in Limerick Lane, not in Limerick, we're in Newbridge obviously. Dawson Street, just behind Mothercare. You want to come in someday, sit down, have a chat, and we can work it out on the whiteboard here in terms of okay, where are you at, where do you want to be, and where possibly do you need to go with it? Because a conversation is not, I'll put the kettle on and everything, just bring milk, okay? So go and check where you're at, because it's middle of March already, okay? We're now here. All of this is still left to go. So I don't care if you've wasted this little bit here, January, February, and a bit of March. You can turn the corner and just fucking light up the next 9 months of the year. Take it easy. I'm off. I'll talk to you soon. All right. God bless.